All right, Bombardier, get ready. We're approaching the target. Everyone man your stations. Skies are gonna get rough. Oh, Bandit, 6 o'clock. Oh, our starboard engine's been hit. We're going down.
David,
What?
you need it on the floor, man.
Knock on my door. Knock next time.
Okay, man. Okay.
Did you see anything?
No, I did not see you playing B-17. Don't worry about it.
Good. Hello all, this is David from Sunward Hobbies, here to review Edwards' somewhat new, not quite brand new, but new to our stock. Limited edition, the Bloody 100th, 1943, which is a 1/48 scale rendition of the B-17F Flying Fortress. Now, if you've watched any of my videos in the past, you'll know that I complain a lot about reboxes. Usually my complaints are that it's a brand new release, but they just take like a 30 plus old mold and claim that it's new. This case, however, and Edward in general, they know what's good. So they don't rebox often, but when they do, they pick a good kit. And in this case, this is a rebox of HK models as B-17. So now let's open this up. Of course, the 100th Bomb Group of the United States Army Air Force was called the Bloody 100th because they suffered great losses to the Luftwaffe in, I believe, around the 42-43 era. Now, B-17 is a big plane, and being 48 scale, this is going to have quite a few parts to it. But here at Sunward Hobbies, you always get the full unboxing. So to start off, we've got three large clear sprues in resealable bags. This mostly consists of the nose section. You get two different styles. One with the more familiar cheek turrets, and another one with more traditional flat windows. So yeah, they give you the whole nose section in clear parts, most likely to just make life a little easier for you instead of attaching more small windows to just make the whole thing clear and just paint around it. You have your nose canopy with the option for plain one and one with a gun that you can add. And then the next one here, this one's basically just windows for like windows for the waist gunners. That window at the top near the dorsal turret for the radio operator, I believe, and just a bunch of random windows. And then the last one here, basically the turrets. You got parts for the ball turret, the dorsal turret, the canopy, of course, and just a few more windows. So now we move on to the regular plastic parts. They do give you the clear parts for the nose, but they do also have these normal plastic ones as well. So you would still have to put in windows anyway if you went with this route. And at the other end you've got the tail section. It's got some nice internal structure details on the inside of these parts. Like I mentioned earlier, big B-17, big plane. I believe only second to the B-24, this was the most widely produced U.S. bomber of World War II. Very robust, reliable, loved by crew members, could take a hell of a beating and still make it home, and used in just about every theater of the war. Got one half of the fuselage. Got some good surface detail on here, rivets and panel lines. This is, of course, the F variant of the B-17, so it didn't have that remote-controlled chin turret at the very front. That came in with the next model, the G. The other half, exactly the same. So here we've got a sprue for the tires, the wheel well, got some turbochargers in there, and bulkheads for the engines. A nice big long flap here. And that would be your landing gear. You know, good detail all around. You may have noticed the turbochargers might be slightly lacking in detail, but don't worry, they'll make up for it. And on this sprue we've got your 4 Pratt & Whitney engines. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bombs. They look to be of the 1,000-pound variety, though I'm pretty sure a B-17 could carry more than 6,000 pounds. You got a crew access door, this random seat here that could be for anybody, the housing for the tail wheel, which was partially retractable, and you've got, well, the namesake for the plane, the reason why it was called the Flying Fortress, all these 50 caliber machine guns. Though strangely they decided to put the barrels completely separate from the gun. Maybe it was just to prevent barrels from breaking off in shipping or something. And as you can see, hopefully, the barrels are concave, so no need for drilling. Yeah, looking good so far. As I go through these last few sprues, we love to hear from you, so if any of you have built a B17 model, whether it be 72 scale or all the way up to 32, tell us about your experience, how the kit was, if you recommend it. So here we've got, this looks to be mostly parts for towards the nose of the plane. This would be the bulkhead that separates the cockpit from the nose of the plane where the navigator and bombardier sat. Now the detail here looks very nice. They basically give you the backs of all the instrument dials. So if you've got the patience, you can add some wires to those running all throughout there. So that would be our instrument panel. I'm pretty sure this kit comes with the option of photo etch instrument panel to stick on top of there or decals. Some more 50 cals. This looks like the Norden bomb sight. And a few ammo boxes. And here you just got your 4 propellers and engine cowlings. And we got these 3 tiny sprues here. That just looks to be parts for the tail gunner. Like the cloth that the gun stuck out of. So, as well as looks like a seat backing. And whatever those are. This this sadly looks like it might have broken. I mean, manufacturers try their best to keep these things safe, but accidents will happen. And just some more internal structure parts. That's it for the plastic, but there is one more bonus feature that Edward kindly adds to these limited edition kits. You've got some 3D printed resin bits. When I mentioned earlier about the turbochargers lacking some detail, well, there you go. There's the rest of it. So you basically have 2 longer ones for the outermost engines, 2 shorter ones for the innermost engines, and these, I believe they go on the inside of the innermost engines, but the instructions will confirm that. You've also got these, which I'll be honest, I'm not too quite sure what these are. I'm sure again the instructions will clarify. Now another treat that comes with limited edition Edward kits is masking sheets, die cut. All you gotta do is peel them off and place them on. And on a plane like the B-17, you desperately need these. I mean, the bolt turret alone would be so difficult to mask on your own. And at last, we've got some photo etch. So there's your instrument panel, seat belts. That would be for the throttles, navigation and radio equipment, little levers and knobs. I can just see you trying to pick these up with your tweezers and them go flying. So be careful with that. And this one here has got ignition wires for the engines, gun sights, basically very precise parts that require extreme care. Next sprue here is the Bombay bulkheads, the cockpit walls, as well as this should be where the bomb racks are fastened. And you've got some radio and navigational equipment here, ammo boxes, the whole top half of the B-17, and as well as the cockpit floor. I see that the oxygen bottles are molded into the cockpit wall, which not the biggest fan of. I would have preferred if these were separate and you can glue them on. It just makes painting them a little harder, but not too big of a deal. And last sprue here, for now at least, the vertical stabilizers. Some 2 seats here, most likely the pilot and co-pilots. Another bulkhead. Looks like more bomb racks. The bomb bay doors. Yeah, looking good. And so here we have our large decal sheet. Markings for the USAAF between 1942 and I would say late 43. You got some decals for all the instruments and radio equipment here. And this kit does come with 5 marking options, I believe. Some with pinups, and some of which I sadly can't reveal in too much detail. I'm sure you know why. But those are your squadron identification numbers, black stencils for the walkways, and more pin-up options. Oh, and since these are post-2020 decals, they should have the new removable film on them. And here you get a nice printed page of the cover art, which you can frame and put up on your wall. I'm not going to go too in-depth into this, as I don't want the video being half an hour long, but here's your color printed instruction sheet with a bio about the 100th Bomber Squadron. Your parts map, with color callouts at the bottom here for Mr. Color. Construction starts in the cockpit. Then Bombay, radio operator's compartment. Then you move on towards the waist of the B-17, attaching the guns. The tail wheel housing. The fuselage halves come together, but not before putting in the tail gunner's compartment. Work begins on the nose section. Stabilizers, ball turret, dorsal turret, tail wheel, Bombay doors, the wheel wells, then attaching the engines to the cowlings. And this shows you where every canopy mask goes. They also recommend using liquid mask for in between where the tape doesn't cover. Well, 6 whole pages of masks. Alright, anyway, here are your marking options. And I believe they're all in the olive drab neutral gray scheme. These all look to be from late 1943. So yeah, your color options a little monotonous, but that's basically what you get with a B-17F. If you want to do a bare metal one, you're better off with the B-17G. And at the back here is basically the decals for the stencils. Now they do also give you this bonus instruction sheet. I guess this is for if you want different options, or maybe there was omissions from the first one that they forgot to add. It kind of looks the same to me. Yeah, this is very similar. All right. That's your B-17 bomber. In conclusion, great kit. Lots of detail, plus it includes those helpful Edward bits that make your job a lot easier. Well, be sure to grab it as soon as you can. It is a limited edition, so I don't know how long we'll have it in our stock, but we'll try our best. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, follow us on our socials, and until the next one, adios.